for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Come on, D. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 99. Check 99. Wait. SOS. Check three. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Easy. 49's the mic. Rabbit. Slam.
To throw, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 44 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Kill.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Jones. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Look, 10. 45, Mike, 45. Yo, here we go. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
To To throw is Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Murray to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Winston. He completes it to Evans. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bucs, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the New York Jets. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Shift. Slam.
The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down carry for Smith. Desmond King making the tackle.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
49's the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Kill. Red 80. 49, guys. Mike. Red 80. Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to look deep down the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Done. 390. Right there. 54 Mike. Okay. Just like that. Back. Check. 54.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Mike. 380. Mike, 5-4. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Out. 25. Check 25. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Q. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
1st down, Chargers.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the gun, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
You go tight. You got tight. 180.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, it's Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw, Rivers. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 36. yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Sack. 49's a mutt. 49's a mutt. Coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Off of play action, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Wait! Tackle. Jim. Kill. Load it.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Get him, boy. 390. Watch the ship. Hey, Rocket. Watch the ship.
On 3rd down, Rivers looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Darnold now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
35's the mic. I'm coming after you.
Darnold to throw again. And an alley to run. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Darnold from the red zone now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold letting one go deep. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Going left side, it's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boys. Let's go, let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Terrell Basham showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, Rocket. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. I got you. SOS.
On 3rd down, Rivers being chased out left. And an alley to run. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Set, Green 80, Black 11, Alpha, White 89.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. And we're pretty quiet, D, we're pretty quiet. Mike 54, Mike 54. Blue down, White. 49, check 49. Behind.
Rivers now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to float this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Red Delta!
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Round 80! Check, watch 54, watch. Red!
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Chargers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shift. Slide.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Set 180. Block 15.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Rivers to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Set, block 11. Check, walk 54, walk 54. 0. Split.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Rip left. Keep it skinny. Hey, watch that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check. Lucky. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, 79.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Round 80. Mike 5-4. 12. Wide. Get wide. He's coming.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch out.
To throw is Rivers. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Load it. Hey, Rocket. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Behind.
Now Rivers on fourth down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Darnold. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He was brought down by Darryl Roberts.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch the twist. Check 4, check 4. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check. Orange 5-4.
From the 38, Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rivers from the gun on third down. This is caught by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Red. Hey, Delta. Run 80. Check.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Black 11. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Cluster.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Set. Okay. 390. 54. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, Delta. Mike 5-4. You can't block me. You can't block me. Jumper. 5-4.
Third and short yardage. Rivers buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, watch out. Left to right. 54. Mike's 54. Keep it skinny. I got you. Hatchet. Small. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Forced out to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Basham, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And Darnold wants to throw the football. And the pressure gets to him again. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Oh, you got deep? 31's the mic. I got you, young lady.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will try to get back.